Born on the 8th of April. Don't ask the year. Yeah, she's my twin. So yeah, she's been telling me lately that she loves me. And I didn't know where was that coming from. But now I know. So this is me standing in front of you. My name is Maureen Samaka Jamie Ndlovu. I'm a Zulu girl. I came to Joburg 17 years back to get the gold that they spoke about. But little that I knew that it was going to turn to be a disaster. So I'm a published author for 2 books already now. I'm busy with the 3rd one. The first one is Connecting the Dots Backwards. This is my first baby. And the second one is a letter to our children. I'm not saying there's a manual to raise your children. I'm saying you can guide them in the right way. Don't overspoil them. Let's teach them what is out there in the world. Let's not sugarcoat it. So I'm standing here. I'm a face of the Department of Justice, domestic violence, femicide, and remember that we've been shattered by the killings of each other as partners in the relationships. I've traveled with the Department of Justice for close to 4 months since this year, talking to ladies that are in high ranks, the ones that are so scared to talk about these things, the ones that are so scared to say, he does abuses me. We've tried to be their voices to say, you can still stand up at any time and walk away before you die. One thing that makes me look back to the Sisters Keeper, and I know very well that we do not say what we mean we are out there. I recently confirmed that when Bonang published a Facebook, it aches my heart because us ladies, we are the ones who stepping each other down. Yes, it's got errors in it, in the grammar, in the content, in whatever you call it, but do you have your own book out there if you are unable to put another lady down like that? It kills me inside. Don't you think we're supposed to sit down and say, my dear lady, let's try and correct 1, 2, 3. I'm here. I never thought that I'll be an author one day. But one day I woke up in a hospital bed. I started writing to tell you ladies that if you are defeated or you think you are defeated, you can stand up and be a new you. God can put back all the puzzles that you lost. You can still be a fresh person tomorrow. This is me. As I said, Bonang is sitting in a corner wherever she is, successful as she is, and we're busy gossiping about her. But she's got another work that is on her list, still going up. She's not going down because we're gossiping about her. So this is me saying, I'm pleading to the sisters, ladies, those posters on Facebook were posted by other ladies, not men. We do not gonna go around forever crashing each other. Let's not only say it, let's put it in action. Let's have each other's back. Fix my crown if it's broken. Lift me up if you see that I'm weak. Somebody else will do it for you too. I'm proud of my girl next to me. Itu, or they call you Itu, right? Okay. I'm proud of her. She's going high and I'm looking at her and I'm so proud. I met her in my healing process in 2011. On the 11th of the 11th month, 2011. You see why it's a magic date to me? 11/11/11. I was assaulted by my boyfriend for 2 hours. As he thought that I was dead, he took me and went to dump me somewhere in the parking lot You know, when God is working behind the scene, he went to dump me in a hospital parking lot, of which it was for me to crawl and get the help that I would have needed at that time. But he didn't know that I was still alive. You know, when a man is not clued up very well, he didn't touch the pulse. The pulse was still working behind the scene, but he didn't touch and feel if I was still alive or dead. He was just talking to himself. However, he had his own reasons why he did that, right? We're bashing them, we're saying hashtag they are trash, right? But do we sit down and think what went wrong in his life? Why he's so damaged? Why is he not a normal person? He appears as a monster. Maybe it's the way he grew up. Maybe the mother abandoned him. But I'm not saying it's okay for them to beat us up. I'm saying there is something deeper that we need to look at. Yes, they must go to jail, but the jail must do much than just locking them up, so that when it comes out of jail, it will never repeat itself, right? They must dig a little bit deeper. All right, so let me continue with my story, why I'm called a gender activist. I was in and out of conscious, yes. Before that, he raped me and he was HIV positive. Because he was killing me, he didn't care anymore. Before that, he was protecting me all along, right? Because we're in love. So now I'm in hospital. Apparently, the only thing I said to the doctor before I passed out, I woke up, they were stitching my left eye, and I said raped, and I was out again. That's the only reason why they attended me, to clean me up and all that, so that I can survive, right? For rape. They didn't know if he was positive or not, but I was cleaned. Then I woke up now, they're pushing me to the ward. And I remember the nurse said to me, "We are so sorry to hear that you were hijacked going to OR Tambo." Okay? Remember, he has beaten me a lot on my head, and I was very, very swollen. My head was too huge, it was too big. I couldn't carry it. I was crawling. So I registered that exactly what the nurse said to me. Okay, which means I was hijacked going to OR Tambo, because I was going to take a flight to go see my dad. My dad is sick, he's old. That's what he told them in hospital, so that they won't arrest him. That registered on my mind until my few friends visited me, and they said to me, one of them said to me, my friend, look at me straight and tell me that that's not what happened. And I said, but what do you mean that's not what happened? But I couldn't talk at that time. I was writing down because my jaws were dislocated. So she wrote back on the paper and said, "You were not hijacked going to OR Tambo." I said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "In 2 days, I'll give you 2 days only. When I come back, I want you to tell me the truth, what happened to you." I didn't sleep first night. You know, I didn't believe in God that much. I was just praying if I'm at church, and even if I get the chance to go to church. But I dreamed everything that happened in the second night. She was coming back on that day to sit down with me so that I can tell her the truth. I dreamed everything. When she came, I said, yes, he assaulted me for 2 hours, he raped me. And okay, I couldn't see because I was too swollen, my eyes were closed, but I knew it was her. Then she said to me, then you're gonna have to go report him. I'll tell you why, I didn't report him. It's been 6 years now, close to 6 years, right? It was 2011. I didn't report him. And then he came. He carried on with his story. You were being hijacked. And I said to him, you know what? Cut the bull. I was not hijacked. You did this to me. Remember that I had a son at that time. He said to me, remember one thing, your son is at home with me. I take him to school. do his homework, I cook for him. Whatever you say to the police, I'll kill him. I kept quiet for my son. I took the story of being hijacked for a few years, knowing very well that that's not what happened, right? But while I was sleeping on that bed in hospital, I said, one day I'll be able to tell the world. Let me start writing. I'll tell the truth in the book. Whenever it's being published, it doesn't matter. I started writing. Well, my eyes were opening now, but I couldn't walk still. They would carry my head so that they can push me with the wheelchair. But I was writing. I had my paper and a pen. These nurses were always saying to me, why do you always want a paper and a pen? We always give you a paper and a pen, every day. Okay, I said, but you haven't given me many pens, you only give me many papers, and I need them. Those were my chapters. Guess where I started writing? I went back as far as when I was 8 years old. I wrote everything. Then I realized my father is the one who neglected me in his life. Hence, I attracted the wrong men in my life. Now they want to kill me. He abused my mother in front of me. When they abused me, I didn't see anything wrong. Okay, maybe he had his own reason. I still say that. Isn't why you talk for him. No, he's a human being too. Maybe the way he was raised. I cannot go around bashing him because he didn't do what he was supposed to do as a father. Now attracting only wrong men that will abuse me. That's the pattern. That are jealous, that are obsessed. Then I grew up with that. So, adding to that, I was raped 4 times. When I was 9 years, when I was 17, when I was, okay, now I'll give out my age if I tell you another. So, then in 2011 by him, then in 2012. Then in 2012, I got my daughter out of that. Her name is Diamond. You know why she is Diamond? Yes, I was raped by the policeman. However, as I was trusting them, as I was healing in the process, I thought they were there to look after me, right? So, him raping me now, I thought, you know what? If I had more time, I would have told you how did it happen. But there's no time, right? How many minutes left? So, I didn't know that I was raped because I was depressed. And after that, I was addicted to sleeping pills. Just my world went another side after all that. So as I was trying to heal, that's when it raped me. I'll tell you how, a little bit. When I took those depression tablets, I'll pass out. They were too strong for me. I think they diagnosed me with the wrong pills, although I went back after that. I'll pass out. Exactly the time when he was coming through the house, my son was playing outside, then they raped me because I was out. When I woke up, I did feel uncomfortable, but I was not sure what's going on, and there was no one around me. So I wouldn't believe that somebody has done something to me. Little that I knew that it's him that was supposed to take me to the hospital, who knows Vista?
Yeah.
Vista Hospital. That's where I ended up. For depression, for stress, all those things. Or some they say when you're crazy. No, that's ignorant. So he was the one, the police guy, who raped me, and then the following few days took me to Vista because he became our close friend in the house. He was looking after me after the assault. So after me and my son, he would come patrol when we're sleeping, just look around if this guy is not making all that. I trusted him. Then now he dropped me in this hospital, stayed for 21 days, and when I healed, I was healing. And 6 months down the line, now I'm taking back my life, because I was not going to sit in a dark corner for the whole of my life. I refused. I claimed it back. I became a survivor, but I didn't stay there. I became a conqueror. I went back home, my personal trainer said to him, you know what, can we do, I see I'm fit now, yes, great, I love this body, can we do my tummy a little bit? We did a tummy on the Thursday, I don't remember the date. But now, I didn't sleep. I ended up in hospital. It's 6 months down the line from everything else happened, right? Then my gynecologist says to me, you are pregnant and 6 months old and she's very big. She's very big. Then I got all the file. And I was like, but I'm, Jesus? This can't be. I'm not married. I was not dating no one. I didn't sleep with no one. Okay, I didn't go out and find a shaking partner. No, I didn't. I was healing. What do you mean? Let's do it again. We went back to on that bed. And he's busy putting the you see that gel when he's checking the baby? No, he's putting the gel again. They're okay, look at this baby. It's a girl. Alright. I stayed with my daughter. She was born after 3 months from there, which means to me, I got pregnant for only 3 months. That's what I remember, right? Because 6 months I didn't see it, I didn't feel it. Then now, she was born. And I looked at her. If you look at me a little bit, I've got a round face a little bit, né? And my son is round-faced. Imagine this child, this face is not round-faced. Who's this? Where is she coming from? I didn't get all the answers. Hey, life went by. I'm praying to God every day. God, I need the father of this child. There is no way that I got this child from the tree. Then life went by, but I love this child. Yes, I knew I wanted a girl, but I didn't know that somebody would choose a partner for me to have this child. Hey, life went by. Now I'm always praying when I'm washing this child. Who's your father? I'm asking you. This poor thing would look at me and smile. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my diamond. That's why I named it Diamond. Because another thing, I was very much suicidal. And she rescued me from all that. I stopped wanting to kill myself. I stopped wanting to overdose in anything. I stopped wanting to hate other people or blaming other people for my life because of this child. And I knew there was a reason why I received the child, my diamond. So she grew up, and I think God felt sorry for me again. You know, I always dream when I find out the truth. If you hate me, I will dream, I will know. So now she's turning 2. She was about to turn 2, and I said, you know what, God, I need to find the father now. Now I was angry at God. I said, she's turning 2, not 1. I need the father of this child. He must take responsibilities. Not even if it's not finance. Can the child see the father? Can the child see the face? We'll talk about what happened afterwards. And then I dreamt. But this time it was not clear. God was saying, go check all the men that were in your life while you were healing. Okay. But it's only 2 police guys and a lady. And she was a police too. I bring this other tall guy. He's light in complexion. My daughter is very dark. This guy, he was a detective. And I bring him in the house, like I'm checking him. Let's see the features, brother. Let's see the head. No, but he's not aware that I'm checking that, right? Because I'm looking for the father of my daughter. Like, oh, brother, all right, okay, are you still good? And the head, and everything. I wash this child, remember? I always wash her, I know all the features. I know all the ears and the head and everything. So I'm looking at this, no, this one is not the one. Yeah. Bye, see you next time. Then now, this one, he had a partner, a girl partner. You know all the time when they are police, there's a partner, a lady? Yeah. This one was like that, and I said to him, brother, come visit, I'll cook for you. I don't cook, I don't know how to cook, eh? And I said, come, I'll cook for you. He said, oh, you cook? I'll cook. And I went to Woolworths and I found chicken and found green salad and I go, come, let's eat. I want to see the features of my daughter if they matches this man. Guess what? They did match. I was not sure at first. I was too shocked to be raped by the police guy. Wow, right. And then he went, and then I called him a week after, and then he came. I took his cap. He was always wearing a cap. Took his cap and I threw it by the door. He ran for it, and I could see the head. It looks exactly like my daughter's head. This is the father. Then I said to him, fine, take your cap. And he's angry now. He takes it and sits down next to me. I said, oh, why did you rape me? You know, sometimes when you do not have another option but to face the situation, it's when I faced all my pains. Because if you've got a pain and you do not want to face it, you cannot be something in this world. Face your pain, deal with it, then you'll be able to be what I am today. I stand in front of all women and say, if there is a pain, you were raped, or your father did 1, 2, 3, or your mother neglected you, face it. And then he said to me, you're crazy. I said, okay, sharp, I'm crazy, ne? Look at this child. She doesn't look like you. And then he walked away. A few weeks from there, came back and asked for apology, right? And I said, okay, you're apologizing for what again? I want you to put it bluntly. I want to know what you did. And give me the details, because you owe me that much. And then he did tell me, I found you lying on the bed, and I raped you. However, I apologized. It took me, okay, let me say something. Apology. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything. Unless you're doing it for yourself, you want to move on, right? You cannot do it for the next person, whoever did you wrong. Do it for yourself, so that you'll be able to move on with your life. You owe that much to yourself. So, a few months, spoke to myself, spoke to God. I forgave him. Comes 2015, 3rd March, 8 March, I was at ETV doing my interview with Penny Libyan. An hour after that, I get the call from his aunt. He just shot himself and the mother of his child. Who? The father of your child. All right. What I'm trying to say is that I'm standing here. I wouldn't be stronger if I didn't go through everything that I went through. If I didn't want to go through those things, who else that deserved to go through all that? Maybe the next person was not going to survive. That's the reason why they call me a gender activist. I stand still and say, if he abuses you, let me tell you something, they don't change. A push, it's already started the abuse. After that, it's a slap. You're still standing there, you're still sitting there with him. Okay, you might as well dig your own grave because you don't want to run, right? And us women, sisters keeper, we do not want to listen properly when there is a noise at your next door. You say, no, that's not mine. Why can't you at least call the police? Because it should stand against what you believe as a woman. Why we don't want to even compliment each other? Oh, beautiful, wow, nice dress, nice shoe. Why it's so difficult? Because let me tell you something, God will only bless you if you are able to acknowledge another people's blessings. They might be up there in their big positions. It's only one girl in the boardroom, but she doesn't want to bring another girl to the boardroom. What is that? What are we doing to each other? What are we doing wrong as women? We do not want to hold each other's hand. My candle, if I light your candle, mine won't lose anything. It's always still the same. It's gonna stay like that, right? I'm gonna take you to the position where I'm at. We're maybe in the same level, right? Then I'll be earning 8,000 rand, and she will be earning 8,000 rand. But what matters? How does she use the 8,000 rand? And how am I using my own 8,000 rand? So why it's so painful to us to go out and say, let me pull you out from that hole? I've been there. I'm doing it. Are you waiting for your turn to be there first before you can do that? I didn't know my purpose. I only realized my purpose afterwards. After all the rains, season native. Then I realized my purpose. I'm a writer. I'm in the third book today. The third book is... Okay, should I tell you? I'm asking if should I tell you, should I give it out? Okay. Beautiful broken crown. Let's fix each other's crown, ladies. Let's lift each other up. We need each other, whether we like it or not. Thank you so much. My name is Maureen Zamaka Jericho.